In a manufacturing shop floor, every day there are a lot of challenges faced by the engineers and managers. Things like raw material non-availability, machine breakdowns, quality issues, unable to meet the customer's requirement. A lot of challenges happen every day. In this particular scenario, how do we do the improvements? Who is responsible for doing the improvements and how do we actually go about improving the process? This is what we are going to learn in today's video. Come, let's get started. Hi there, this is Anand, your trusted lean manufacturing consultant. In this video, we are going to learn about 5 steps or 5 rules for Gemba management. Before we get started, let us learn about Gemba. This Gemba is a Japanese word which means the place of action. Right? In Japan, when a TV reporter reports from the accident site, he used to say, I am standing in the Gemba. If a TV reporter is standing in the place of an earthquake, he'll say, okay, I am standing in the place of Gemba, meaning that is a place of action. In a shop floor, what is the place of action? The place of action is the shop floor, right? Your machine shop, your plating shop, polishing shop, your assembly section, right? If it is an inspection area, it's an inspection area, right? If it is an accounts department, the place where you sit and do the accounts, right? So the place of action is called Gemba. And how do we manage Gemba? That's what we are going to learn in this particular video. The first thing is, go to Gemba first. Whenever there is a problem, right, instead of discussing the issue in your conference room or in your boardroom, go to the Gemba first. This is a important thing which I have seen in many companies, where the managers and the top senior people, they all sit in the conference room and discuss about a particular quality issue, right? But what happens is the place of action is the shop floor. That's where the issue happens and the discussion happens in the conference room. So what this Gemba Kaizen book, which is written by Mr. Masaki Imai, in that book he says is go to the Gemba first. Right? Managers should regularly observe the process in person to find the problems and areas to improve. Right? So whenever there is an issue, go to the Gemba first. That's what the first golden rule. Right? In many companies they do a small circle. Right? Whenever a new person joins a company, they ask them to stand in a particular location and observe. Right? In Honda and other Japanese companies, this is a common practice. Right? Why they are doing it is because when a person stands and observes from the shop floor, they will be able to spot a lot of opportunities and improvement ideas. The people who are not going to the Gemba, managers and especially accounts and finance teams, HR teams, who don't spend a lot of time in the shop floor or the Gemba, they miss out on critical information. Right? They and they will have a disconnect with the employees. That's what this particular topic is suggesting. So the first thing is going to the Gemba. That's the first golden rule. And the second rule is check the Gembutsu. Gembutsu again is a Japanese word which means the physical or tangible things. Right? Gembutsu means if you are analyzing a defective pieces, right, you have to go there and take the pieces and you can observe. Right? If it is a small component, like a mass manufactured small component, you can take the piece and what is the issue, right? If it is a breakdown machine, right, you can go near the machine, stand and observe what is happening, right? So Gembutsu means going and checking the tangible thing or physical product or the machine. Managers should physically inspect the Gembutsu to identify the root cause of the problems by asking why, right? When we don't go to the Gemba and we don't analyze the Gembutsu, we tend to miss out a lot of critical information, and most of the solutions which happens or which occurs or which is created in the conference room, they don't become successful because there is a disconnect. And that's what they say when you have to go and check the Gembutsu. Right? The supervisor's role include constant observation to spot problems for improvement, reflecting a proactive solution to the management. This is one of the critical things which I have observed in many companies. In many manufacturing companies, we see the supervisors, they just they spend time in the shop floor, right? They are accountable for the production, so they do that. But at the end of the day, they are not able to spend time for improvement activities. They don't do any improvement activities. And when we ask them, they always say, I am managing the entire shop floor, I don't have time. What Mr. Masaki Imai is suggesting is the supervisors, if they are able to plan their day in a better way by providing the information, critical information, communication to their operators, they will be able to get a lot of time. In that time, they can do a lot of improvements, right? So which is covered in a different topic called leader standard work, right? Which we will do another video separately. But in a nutshell, the supervisors can focus on improvement activities, and that's their critical job profile. Right? Not managing the day-to-day operations, but it's providing the improvement ideas. That is the important activity of a supervisor. So that will happen only when they are going to the Gemba and checking the Gembutsu. For example, to give an example of Gembutsu, right? If a manufacturing line produces a lot of defective pieces, right? The managers and the engineers, they have to go to the Gemba first, that is going to the line, and then observe the Gembutsu, meaning the defective parts. They can physically touch and observe what is the issue, right? And they can see how, when the process is running, they can see the machine running, and then by looking at least 20 or 30 cycles of the product, then they will be able to come to a conclusion that okay, what is the root cause. The root cause will be easily identified when they go to the Gemba and Gembutsu. Third rule is take temporary countermeasures on the spot. When you go to the Gemba and check the Gembutsu, and now you are able to identify the root cause, right? The first thing to do is taking countermeasures on the spot. In 8D analysis also, if you see, taking containment action, that is one of the eight elements. Right? So taking temporary countermeasures means taking some actions to immediately arrest the defects from happening again. Right? So this can be a small Kaizen. We can call it as a Kaizen. Right? And this is the third golden rule. To give an example, right? If there is a machine which is frequently stopping, right? Because the chips are blocking the sensor, and due to that the machine stops regularly. What we can do, when we go to the Gemba and see the machine running and we can identify that problem, we can immediately take a countermeasure by creating a small, collection system, a chip collection system, which will allow the chips to flow out and which will not, block the sensor, so that the machine doesn't stop. So this can be a small countermeasure. Maybe later you can create a permanent solution for this particular issue. So the third golden rule is taking temporary countermeasures on the spot. If you like this particular video, you can subscribe to our channel. See, we post a lot of lean manufacturing related content, which will help your employees to learn more, and their productivity will increase and the quality of work will increase, and obviously it will improve the organization's profitability. You can share this particular video with a lot of your employees and friends who are in the manufacturing sector, and you can also click the bell icon so that whenever we post a new video, you'll get a notification. The fourth golden rule is finding the root cause. When you observe the process, right, you'll be able to come out with a lot of solutions. Right? The root cause. There is another tool called 5Y analysis or YY analysis, which we have covered in another video, which I will give the link here. You can go to that video and learn about 5Y analysis. Essentially, it talks about you have to ask why 5 times to understand the root cause. Right? A significant portion of the defects, more than 90% of the defects or the issues can be addressed immediately when we do this root cause analysis. When we go and stand in the Gemba and looking at the Gembutsu. Right? Okay. Continuously asking this why 5 times, that is the 5Y analysis, will help you uncover the root cause of the issues which are happening in the shop floor. So this is the fourth golden rule of Gemba management. Fifth golden rule is standardization. See, you have visited the Gemba, you have looked at the Gembutsu, you have taken the countermeasures, you have also understood the root cause. Now the preventive action should be taken, right? And it has to be standardized. Standardization means I am working in that place and I am able to follow some systems, the basics which I am following on a day-to-day basis. But if there is another person who will come in the next shift, that person is not going to follow the same system. So how can I train the other person to follow the same methodology? That's called standardization. So standardization can be done through visual indicators, Poka systems, right? Creating SOPs. These are all the color coding, numbering system, labels, etc. So these are all the things which you can do. These are the things which you can do to standardize the activity and the process, right? So that it doesn't slip back to the original condition, right? Those SDCA cycle. There is a PDCA cycle which many of us are aware of. Plan, do, check, act. There is another standardize, do, check, act. That is another cycle which helps in standardization of the improvements which you have done. Managers should check whether people are following the standards. Whenever they are walking in the Gemba, during their morning meetings, when they are walking in the Gemba, they have to ask the employees whether they are following the standards, or they can observe whether they are following the standards. So these are the 5 golden rules of Gemba management. And these are some of the recent comments for our YouTube channel. Mr. Jamal Mohideen, Mr. Emmanuel Raj, and Ms. Vignesh Subi. So they have given their comments. So thank you to all the subscribers. And leaders are people who are continuously learning, and so they can also earn more. I normally say learn more to earn more, right? So when somebody starts learning more, obviously they will earn more. So these are all some of the courses which are available in our online portal. There is a free course on lean manufacturing. It's a 7-day program, so I request you to go and enroll for that program. It's a free course, so where you will learn the basics of lean manufacturing, and you will also able to get a certification. If you want to learn in depth about lean manufacturing, you can consider joining our lean master course. It's a 30-day program with in-depth concepts and implementation ideas. A lot of companies, they have enrolled their employees for this program. It's just 999 rupees. There is another program called manufacturing leadership program. It covers 17 different topics which are very essential for mechanical engineers who are working in manufacturing companies. Again, 30-day course. It's a 999 rupees. So the links for these courses I have given in the description. Please check them out. So thank you very much for watching. And there is a question for this particular video. You can answer this question, and one winner will get a lucky prize from us. What is the 5th rule of Gemba management? Go to Gemba, check Gembutsu or standardization. So please give your answers in the comments. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. See you. Bye bye.